Hi there, Diane Evans here with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me on my YouTube channel, welcome. And make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. That way you get notified when I upload a new video. And you know, if you hit that bell below, you'll get notified immediately. So today what I'm going to do is I am going to be making a mini slimline card that is, and I guess it's kind of my name for it. It's a partial easel slimline card, and that's kind of a mouthful, but I don't know what else to call it. So we're going to be using this beautiful Blackberry Beauty Designer Series paper, which is part of the Blackberry Beauty suite that is in the J to D mini catalog on page 44 and 45. Has some beautiful elements to it, but this designer series paper has so many beautiful colors that go with it. The polished pink, it's got rich raspberry, blackberry bliss, cinnamon cider, and it even has some early espresso, and of course all the accents in the beautiful gold. And part of that suite is this bundle. It's the Beauty of Tomorrow bundle. Has these beautiful, they're beautiful leaves dies. And trust me, they are beautiful leaves. But we're not going to be using that. But we're going to use part of this stamp set. And I love the font on it. Unfortunately, it's just too big of a font for me to use. So we're going to be using this particular image there. And I just noticed this image here as well. I love anything with blotches on it. So we're going to be using that. And we're also in that suite, there's the Ephemera Pack. It's the Blackberry Beauty Ephemera Pack. You get 6 sheets of this, this ephemera. You get 2 of each of the designs. So you get one that's like this. And this goes with the designer series paper that's in there. Plus you also get this one as well. And then probably my favorite, it happens to be this particular one. My goodness, it's all falling apart. But this one is beautiful with the gold accents in there. We're going to be using this particular one, and then also I've punched out this one. Now, I was looking at this, and this looks like you could fussy cut around there, and that would give you a really pretty image if you turn around and just put a different color behind on there. So anyways, that's the Ephemera Pack. And like I say, you get 6 of them of 3 different designs. So let's get started on this card. I am using polished pink. It's one of the new in colors for this year. And I have a piece, and like I say, it's a mini slimline card that I'm doing. So I have a mini piece here. A piece here to make a mini. And it happens to be 6 inches by 6.5 inches. And I'm just going to come in with my scorer and my cutter and show you where we're going to score this. To do a mini slimline on the 6-inch side, and this is the 6-inch side, I'm going to score at 3 inches. And then to make it the partial, I'm coming over at 2¼ inches. And I'm actually going to cut from the score line down. And that's going to give me like a partial cut, right? And this happens to be 4¼ inches. And what I'm going to do is, this is the part I want to score to make the eagle. So half of that 3-inch side is 1.5. Now, don't worry about these measurements. These measurements will be posted on my blog, and there'll be a link to my blog below as well. So let's just score that down there. And this is what's going to give me my mini, or my slimline easel card. So I'm just going to come in with my bone folder and make sure I've got some really good score lines, or really good scores. And this is, like I say, going to be the easel part. Now I've gone ahead and cut some of that beautiful designer series paper. I'll just bring those parts out here. This is the paper that I'm using. It has the one with the owl on it. And this happens to be 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And this is the easel part that is going to go right on here. And this one's 4¼ by 3 inches. So let's go ahead and put that on. I am using my multi-purpose glue. And I tend to use that when I'm doing a video. My my adhesive of choice is actually the seal. But this just gives me a tiny bit of wiggle room that I can play around with when I'm on camera. All right, so let's just get that in there. And maybe I'm not going to have enough wiggle room with it. And let's see. There. And then this piece is going to actually go here. But I also have another piece of this designer series paper, which is the opposite side of this. And this is 2 3/4 by 2 inches. And I'm just going to put that onto that part right there. It's always a shame to cover up this gold, but the other sides are just as pretty and go very nicely with the rest of the designer series paper as well. All right, now is that, let's see, that is 2 inches. This was 2, is this 3 inches? Oh, it's a little bit bigger. So I'm actually going to go in and I'm just going to trim this down to 2 3/4. So otherwise it's not going, it's going to be just a little bit too big. So I'm just going to go there and we've got that part. All right. So just put that on there. There we go. That's much better. And like I say, this part's going to go on here, but let's go ahead and start to decorate this part here. So I have these 2 labels cut out. One is in rich raspberry and one's in our gold foil. And I'll show you where I got those labels from. This is also something new from the J to D mini catalog. This is the seasonal label dies. And I just happen to use this particular die. I love anything that gives you a die. So I'm actually going to do that a little bit off-centered. I'll do it this way and then I'll put this up there. Anyways, I'm going to come in and because there's gold on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some gold embossing powder. So I'm just coming in with my anti-static thing and I need a thank you card. So I am going to use the thanks from the hand pinned. There's no thanks on this particular stamp set, so I'm going to use this beautiful one with the font down here below. And it is also a photopolymer stamp set, so I should be using my paper piercing mat, but the silicone mat will work okay. And I'm using Versamark because I am using embossing powder. So I'm just going to come in and put my thanks right about there. And then I'm also going to use this image from this stamp set, this one here. And that's just going to kind of just finish off this label die. So let me just go and I'm just going to put that onto that part there. And then I'm going to dip this into my gold embossing powder. Now, the embossing powders now come in groups of 3. And this is the metallic one. And so I just keep mine into these containers. It just makes it easier for me to get it the way that I want to get it. Did put that over a little far, but that'll be okay. And then I'm just going to heat set it. Remember, your heat tool has 2 settings to it. You have a dry setting there, and then you have a heat setting one. And you just want to heat it up a bit, and we're just going to heat set this. I don't move my gun around. I just get it going, and then I just set it off like that. This silicone mat protects my self-healing mat that is below. There we go. All right. Just move that out of the way for now. And then, like I say, I want to put this on here, but I want this to be kind of off-centered a bit. So I'm going to pop it up in a bit, but I want to actually glue this down on here. Like I say, I'm going to have this part going straight, and then this to be just a bit off kilter, just like so. And I will be popping that up, but what I want to do is I want to go in with my seal at this point right now, and I'm just going to go like this. And what I want to do is I want to use this, and these are the Simply Elegant trim, and I want to use the gold. We might as well use as much gold as we can, right? So I'm just going to come in, and I'm actually just going to just wrap this around my fingers, just like so. We'll start that way, and then we can always go and change it up. Not quite like that. It goes wherever it really wants to because it's on that very tight roll. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my dimensionals, because I want this part to pop up. But I'm also going to reinforce this trim with my dimensionals. Now, as you probably can see, there is this stickiness that's on there, and I don't want that to push the card down onto here. So I'm just coming back in with that retired embossing folder. And I'm just taking that stick away is all I've done. All right, so let's come in with my Take Your Pick tool. Like so. And I'm just going to put this on here like so. And you know what? This part should have really, it's coming down below, so we don't want that to happen. Just going to put that, was that straight? Yeah. Now, I do have a bit of that gold thing on from the Ephemera Pack, so I'm actually going to even put that underneath there as well. I'll just do that with glue. You can't have too much gold on this particular card. Right. So now that's the part that's actually going to go onto this part here. I'm thinking, is that straight? There. It's giving the illusion that it's not straight. All right, so then I'm just going to put glue onto this part here. And then, as the easel part, is I'm just going to put that onto there. We're just going to hold that into place right now. And then I'm going to come in with my brushed metallic dots. There's some that are in copper, some that are in a brushed gold, and then there's a bright gold. Or I guess what I could have done was I actually could have go in with the gilded gems. Anyways, now for part of the partial part, because we don't want this flopping up, I'm just going to come down and I'm just going to glue that onto the front of onto this card base. So it just goes like that. And now we need something to hold that up. So from that Ephemera Pack, I have this piece that's on there. And I thought, and I've already gone ahead and I've put some dimensionals on there. So I'm just going to put that in there like that. And that is going to hold this part up. Just like so. So there's our thank you. But I think it does need some gems on there, because you can never have too much gold. So I have the gilded gems. I think they'd be better than these brushed ones. Let me just go in with my gilded gems. And I think we'll put one over there. And we can put some like here, and then let's put one, oops, see how that looks, down here as well. You know, I'm gonna put, let's put it there. So there's my card. So I hope you like that. Like I say, it's gonna sit up like this and be like that. We could probably put something on there, but I kind of think this kind of suits what I needed and what I wanted to do. So there it is there. And that goes along, like I say, with the Beauty of Tomorrow and the Blackberry Beauty thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget, give me the thumbs up. Share my video with other people. I'd love for you to do that. And also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe. Another thing, if you do live in Canada and do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I do have a host code, and I have a very generous reward program. So by just shopping online, you not only get tutorials that I give away, but you could also get other rewards there as well. Anyways, have a great day, and thanks so much. Bye for now.